Okay, as I continue to trim these, I want to just point out that this is where it started. See how thick this rim is, right? And so, but here, you can see all these other ones now have been trimmed down. It's that thin, the rim is very thin, but not only is it very thin, it's very consistent in thickness all the way around. I was talking about trimming and how you might get these little bits in here. Alright, well if they don't dump out easily, here's a little bit of a hack if you really want to get them out. So if you were to take a soft paintbrush, okay, let's see, get out the ones that I could, right, and then use that, and I can just lightly, gently brush those out. Very gentle though. Okay, so that's a little hack. Anyways, so now I'm going to be adding the footer. These have gotten a little bit dry, which has been great for trimming, but not so great for attaching. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently dip the bottom into a little bit of water, put that aside. Dip the other one into a little bit of water, put it aside. So forth and so on. And in case I couldn't get all the stuff on the inside, that's okay. Like I said before, I could just let this dry and then it would come out really easily. Anyways, and so, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and dip this outside into a little bit of water, and that's fine. I'll be letting that dry. Meanwhile, while that water is soaking in, I'm going to go ahead and make my footer. Okay, so I've made some coils that are about the same size, and meanwhile my bowls have been absorbing the clay a little bit, so they're a little bit softer. I'm going to go ahead and give them yet another little dip, just like that, just like that, so forth, and so on. The water is absorbing. Okay, so I've got my first one here. It's been absorbing the water. I dipped it twice. And I'm just going to score around there. Okay, I'm going to continue to attach my footer to this one and to the next ones. The most important takeaway from this was the fact that I re-wet these a little bit to make them a little bit more moist so that the new clay can attach well to it. Remember, you cannot attach wet clay to dry clay. It just won't work. It will seem like it's working, but it will just fall off as soon as the new wet clay gets dry. It'll just come right off. Okay, I've put footers on 3 of the 4 bowls so far, and look at this. We want the footers to match. See, they're the same size, just in the same way that we want the tops to match. So just like when I was doing the bowls and shaping them on all of the examples, I took one that was going to be my primary one, one that I would work off of every time. So this is the first one that I've done. It's my primary one. So I'll put it on here on top of this one, like so. And what I'll do is I'll draw a circle, thus giving me the size for my footer. Okay, try and center it up. Got my pencil here. It's going to be hard to see it. I'm just drawing a little pattern around here. And as you can see, that's giving me the size of the circle that I want. Now I can go ahead. Oh, this is getting a little bit dry again. I think I'll dip it in a little bit of water. Okay, and I'll score it. Okay, so that was a little push down. Push down against the table. Notice how I keep spinning it so that it's going to be even. Okay, and that's flattened that down. So now what I'll do is I'll check again. And so I can see that that's working out pretty good. So I've drawn another little guide around here. So then I'll know how far can I take this down. So here, just to the edge. Like that. And that's going to give me a footer that should be pretty close to matching up with all the other footers. Okay, now I'll check it against my main one again. And if I need to make any adjustments, I will. But as we can see, that's pretty good.